Go for it.
Are we ready? All right.
Yeah.
The worst film in Sony Spider-Verse history, and I doubt they will ever beat this. Morbius. Morbius. I told myself that I would never watch this film out of respect for my own time. I would rather watch paint dry for 2 hours than watch this piece of shit film again. Dorian, I told you this once, and I'll tell you again. Even though you never suggested I should watch, I understand that. Just merely mentioning the name of that film to me, I've contemplated murder. Just a little bit. Just a little homicide. Just a little. Okay?
A little light murder.
Just a little bit. Okay? Not too much. I promise.
Yeah.
I can't explain to you the headache, the migraine I was feeling while I was watching this movie. I don't understand how this ever got greenlit by a studio. Ever.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about how dumb the producers are, the company, whatever. It doesn't matter. Remember when the movie was being memed to hell and back? And the Morbius team was so fucking unaware and so lacking of self-awareness that they thought it was a good thing, so they re-released it in theaters?
And nobody saw it.
That...
No, they re-released it in theaters and nobody watched it.
That goes to show how fucking out of touch Sony is. Okay? Now, one thing I wanted to mention here, and this is a big thing, is that I did not watch this in theaters. I did not.
I did.
I did not watch. I know you did. You're fucking crazy. I did not watch this in theaters.
Dolby Cinema, baby.
Oh, man. This fucking guy. I never watched Morbius. I never wanted to do it, but I only did it because of this podcast. And brother, I regret it. I tell you this right now. You guys mean a lot to me, but not that fucking much. I'm being honest. Jesus Christ.
What's amazing about my experience with Morbius is that I saw it before it actually came out. So I got a taste of Morbin time before everyone else did.
I'll tell you what, the memes are pretty funny. I'll give you all
Yeah,
that.
it's great. It's great. Yeah, it's Morbin time.
Because guess what? I recently rewatched the movie, like literally yesterday, and if I didn't write notes, I wouldn't remember anything. I literally did not remember anything about this film before I looked at the notes, and I was like, oh yeah, that's how fucking forgettable it is. One day.
Yeah.
One day. I remember Madam Web vividly. One day. Morbius, and I've already forgotten most of the plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's okay because I have it written down. So let's see the scribblings of what I put down. First of all, the pros of Morbius, the positives, right, Dorian? Because there has to be a positive. Every movie has a redeeming part, kind of.
A redeeming frame.
Frame. For me, the positive was a dancing villain. Literally 20-second scene where the villain, quote unquote, because he has no reason to be a villain, is dancing with a song that says "I want sex, I want sex" with like a jungle beat in the background, and he does some sick moves while he's pointing at the mirror for 20 seconds. American Psycho-esque, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I think this scene alone was directed by Martin Scorsese. It had to be.
Oh man, yeah, probably at this point it was masterful. The best fucking scene I've ever seen of any movie, and my favorite movie, Django Unchained, paled in comparison. Jesus fucking Christ! No, I'm being sarcastic. It was horrible. Okay, it was the only time I ever laughed during the goddamn movie. That's it. Jesus fucking Christ.
That's another thing is my perspective on these movies is very warped because we had two different experiences. Yeah. You were being tortured watching Morbius. I was laughing my ass off. So we had two very. I think Morbius is hilarious.
Let me just point this out, okay? He's not saying it's hilarious because the jokes hit. No. He was laughing because of how bad the fucking movie was. Continue.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you were being tortured. To me, this is like, 3 a.m. group of friends, maybe you guys are drunk, maybe you're high, you want to put something on, this is a great movie to make fun of from start to finish. Madam Web also falls into that category.
We'll get to that piece of shit. I literally have, I think how many letters? How many fucking? I think I have at least a 500-word essay dedicated to Madam Web. I'm serious. There's that much shit. So we'll get to that. But
I personally find these movies funny. They're funny because of how bad they are.
Here's the thing. There's a lot of funny things. A Kevin Hart special. You know what I mean? YouTube video. There's a lot of things that could make me happy and make me laugh. Why the fuck would I subject myself to Morbius? I can't. Let me go down the cons before I lose my mind, because we haven't even gotten to Madam Web yet. Let me talk about
Wait,
Morbius.
was that all your pros?
Yes. Literally, that was every single one of my pros. The CGI was terrible, so there's nothing there for me,
Mm-hmm.
So it's literally the only positive. Oh, and the camera was on. Yeah, that's a pro. Fucking hell. So
the crew did their jobs.
The microphone was indeed at the right audio levels. Oh, yeah, brilliant. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, cons.
The sets were indeed built.
What?
The sets were built.
The sets were built, indeed. He's got a point, and Jared Leto had a beard. He did have a beard.
And makeup.
Fuck's sake. I can't. Okay. Cons. I need to get to the cons before I blow a gasket. The bad things. Really. Venom had horrible performances. Horrible, uninspired, lack of direction. Venom is a fucking Scorsese movie compared to what Morbius's fucking performances were. I have no fucking idea who thought it was a good idea to release these scenes. Brother, every single fucking encounter, every single fucking conversation was monotone and stale, with a complete lack of direction. And brother, I can't count on two hands how many awkward pauses there were during conversation, as if they were trying to remember their lines. I can't fathom how a movie like this is given tens of millions of dollars to be created. Meanwhile, you're getting these talented indie creators that can barely get $1 million. Morbius is a spit in the face for any and all Marvel fans. Never watch it. Never contribute your money to this. It is not worth your time. I have more. I
also want to point out, Jared Leto went method for this movie.
Oh yeah, no. I'll let you talk about it because I wanted to get to it. But go ahead.
So you were talking about performances. Jared Leto did go method. It's been reported on, I'm assuming by a number of people, but behind the scenes, Jared Leto actually used like the crutches that the character Morbius has in the movie to basically go around everywhere. So they would have to wait for him to like use the bathroom between takes. And it got to a point where it just took so long of him having the crutches and pretending to be disabled that the director was like, just give him a wheelchair and just roll him to the bathroom at this point. Bro. Just roll him around, because it makes it so much easier for him to just get around.
They had to talk down Jared Leto to a fucking wheelchair for Morbius. Morbius. Do I have to say it again? More.
Get it? It's more BS.
Yeah, you're right.
It's more BS from Sony.
I can't. Oh my god, that's like a connection. Good job.
It's more bullshit.
I can't fathom how Jared Leto read this script and thought, "Hey, I want to be a part of this." I can't. And the fact that he actually wanted to fucking method act for this movie, really? You know damn well Dakota Johnson didn't give a fuck once she got halfway through that script. Ain't no fucking way that Morbius, that Jared Leto really thought that this was a role worth playing. No way. Alright. So, It's like every scene was trying to be as bad as it could. It really was. It was that bad. Every fucking scene where people were talking tried to be the worst that it could possibly be. Alright? Another thing I have, the CGI. Every single fucking CGI battle was jarring. Nothing was clear. Nothing was clear. Especially the final fight. We'll get to that. It was so jarring and how low quality the fucking CGI is. I wonder why every single CGI battle takes place with luminosity set to negative fucking 0. Holy shit! The brightness was so low that the daytime scenes were dark. I wonder why. Because the CGI is PS2 level. What the fuck are we even watching this for? Why make this film? Literally no intended joke hit. Remember the fucking trailer thing where they said, "Oh, my name's Michael Morbius at your service," but like at the first, he says it's like a guy. He's holding a guy's hand, right? He's holding a guy's hand. He's hurting his hand. He's like, "Who are you?" And then he said, "Oh, I am Venom." Scared him, and he's like, "Actually, no, I'm Dr. Morbius." They didn't even fucking use that line.
Yeah.
He just said that he was Venom, and then threw the guy away. That's it.
Yeah. And that makes it worse.
It was so much worse.
How does he know about Venom?
Right?
It's doesn't make any sense.
Who knows Venom's name? Nobody.
Yeah, because in both Venom movies, I'm pretty sure they make it a point that they're hiding Venom from the public.
Who would have thunk? Fucking hell.
Unless I somehow forgot a scene where
No, you didn't. You did not. You did not. Believe me, I remember vividly. He was in a lab until Eddie Brock got him out. That's it.
Yeah.
So, one thing I wanted to point out, another few things I wanted to point out, there's a lot, is that the plot is boring and generic. It is literally every single fucking movie where your friend has betrayed the main character before. Every single one! Except not done anywhere near as well. Anywhere near. The villain? The villain literally has no reason to be a villain. Literally has no reason. I think what they were trying to do is that when he was a kid, the villain got assaulted by a few kids when he was like 9, one time. And apparently now he hates all of humanity.
Woo. And his name is Milo.
And his name is Milo. Whoopty fucking do. Apparently, he went from a weak guy who just wants to be better and wants to be strong to, I'm a psycho killer murderer who wants to kill everybody else because they pushed me down my entire life, even though literally nobody has done that except those 4 people. And then he goes on to kill his doctor/father figure for no reason. Why would you do that? It's obvious with Morbius that the vampire serum, whatever it is, doesn't actually change your mood. It can make you more bloodthirsty, so you might do something out of habit, but it doesn't change your mood to a level where, all of a sudden I'm a villain, I'm the bad guy. Oh, it's the serum, it's making me bad. No, it's not, because it didn't happen to Morbius. Alright, and no mention throughout the entire movie did it say, oh, it affects people differently. No, they never said that. They probably meant to, but they forgot. Okay?
But then that means Milo is evil the whole time.
No way! Except, why? Why is he evil? They literally showed one scene of him getting beaten up, and they never mentioned that he was getting beat up repeatedly through his life. They never hinted to the fact that he doesn't like authority. Never. Ever until he became a vampire. Then all of a sudden it all came out. What a great build-up. Morbius, 10 out of 10. Best movie ever made. Made more $1 billion at the box office. Fuck's sake.
First movie to hit 200% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You sent me that fucking still. I'm gonna put that up as the thumbnail. Oh my god. Jesus. Literally the last thing I wrote in the cons section is fuck this movie. That's it. I have one more thing to add to this. The fact that Morbius summoned the bats in order for him in order to beat his villain, his foe. He summoned a bunch of bats. He made a bat tornado, and then literally kamehameha'd the fucking villain with bats. That's how he won. The villain didn't even fight back. It was kamehameha and then needle to the throat. That's all it was. This was the worst experience I've ever had watching a movie. I think this is probably the worst movie I've ever seen.
Definitely up there.
It's definitely up there.
Or down there.
Worst 3. This movie should have never been released. If I would have had to sacrifice a newborn baby in order for this film not to be made, I would have sacrificed several.
Damn.
Yes. None of them would have been my kids. I'll stop. Main thing is, don't watch this movie. Don't ever watch it. Don't ever buy it for your children. And don't ever speak of this movie ever again. This is the movie that will not be named ever again.
The Voldemort of cinema.
Damn straight. The black sheep, except it deserves to be the black sheep. It really does. In fact, the Sony Spider-Verse is literally the black sheep of the superhero genre. And I will hold that thought to my grave. Anything you wanted to add to Morbius?
I have a fun comparison to make that I remembered the other day. So I know we haven't talked about Madam Web yet, but have you noticed that both Morbius and Madam Web have scenes where the villain is murdering cops in a subway station?
Doesn't that go to show how formulaic this shit is?
Yeah. I literally thought of that the other day. I literally thought of that the other day because someone was I was talking about Madam Web with people at work. And yeah, like I was just thinking about like what scenes do I like, and someone said the action scenes were good, and I genuinely had to think about it. And I had to think about it, and I'm just like, what action scenes were there?
They were not good. They were not good. We'll get to that.
No, they weren't. But yeah, no, I immediately thought of that scene of like all the cops getting killed in the subway station, but then I was like, wait a minute, Morbius did the same shit, where Milo killed all those cops in a subway station.
Just thought it was why it's a subway station? Because it's cheap. Fuck.
Yeah, because Subway Surfers, TikTok.
Right. Anything else?
No, that was it. Morbius is shit. If you like making fun of movies, though, it's funny.
Right, but don't pay for it.
Don't.
Yo-ho. Anyway. 1! 1 out of 10! Never speak of this film again. Please.
Best movie ever.
Fuck you.